I'm so high. You're not even in mine.
I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm sorry. Excuse us while we was getting ourselves together.
Hey, why is my thing turned around?
Y'all.
What just happened? Wait. Like,
hey.
I already added a description. I'm not doing it.
Hey y'all, so we're live now. Move our mic here. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat, please. Because we just wanted to know if the sound and everything was working. We waiting on Tiff to get herself together. All right, I'm good. She's not good. That phone gonna come busting down, crash on my laptop. All right. Good. No, you're not really in mine, but that one's right here. Hey, T-Man, what's up? Not you getting on my case so much I'm late for the first show. First of all, it's not my first show. Ask your sis, okay? Your twin sister be on my lives all the time. I'm usually not late. Blame your cousin because he was coming from out of town, so we got caught in a little bit of traffic. All right, so yeah, this is my little program, but what's up, y'all? This is right now Sipping with Siblings. Call for applause, okay? So it's Sipping with Siblings. Hey, Stacy. Thank you so much for all your support, girl. So, Yogi, a lot of people when they heard that you were gonna be on the show, they said, it's gonna be hilarious, and then they said they gonna pray for us.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you're controversial. What you mean?
I spit the truth.
I'll punch you in your stomach. No, that wasn't for that. That was not to go like that. All right, so y'all, let's just start off real quick. Like, how was y'all week?
Okay, how would you?
So I got offered a job yesterday. No, listen, I got offered a job with good money, and I took it. But then right while I was driving here, somebody told me do not take it. It's the worst place ever. So I called HR, left a voicemail, and I couldn't take it. So it's pretty good. Yeah. Now she backed out on voicemail though. I backed out on voicemail because I was ashamed to say it on the phone. So yeah. So y'all know how my week went a little bit because I told that guy back that they back and chilled out. But let me tell y'all, so my week was a little stressful because I just been working crazy and it was my birthday week. But let me tell y'all what I saw yesterday. It was a funny story. So I called Ari and I was like, Ari, I'm gonna go shopping. You want to go to the grocery store? And like God must have shown down on him because it's like, I'll come to the store with you, help you buy some groceries. So I said, all right, well. He said we should never go to the grocery store hungry, so I went to Wooden Tap with him, right? So I'm just talking to him, trying to get like the gist of life for him, right? Why there was a guy in the corner, right? So I noticed, I could hear everything. So I noticed he was like, yeah, I don't really like this or whatever. And he was like, it's good, but it's a little different from last time. She was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Waitresses, they just kind of like smooth you over. Why at the end, right? Dude ate every last morsel of the food and then told the waitress that he didn't like the food and he didn't want to pay for it. So me and Harry was so shady. He was like, he was black with his scooter inside. Well, you ain't have to say that part. That sounds like. But it was because Ari was like, I'm ashamed. Like, I knew it was gonna be like, and I was like, and I was just the manager kept coming over. She was like, so my manager was saying that because you ate that. She kept reiterating, like, because you ate all the food. You didn't leave, like, he ain't leave no crumbs for real. He ate the soup, the salad, the meal. He was like, because normally we would have offered to make you another one. I was like, oh my God. No, I'm going to tell Harry right now. He was like, oh, that was crazy. She kept saying, he was like, you know, I'm saying I don't mind paying 50% of the bill. I'll pay 50% of the bill.
I have we like double. Oh my God.
He said, because I halfway like to order it. So he was like, that's exactly what he said. He said, I don't mind paying 50% of the bill. I mean, but not all of it. Because, you know, I ain't like it. It didn't taste like it did last time. I'm like, sir, you shouldn't have ate all that food.
It tasted better.
You tasted better. So I go down some crazy stuff. I've been seeing crazy stuff. So that was like one of my stories. What about you?
What I'm saying, but like how did you feel during?
Oh, I felt pretty good. I was a little overwhelmed though, like I said, because I was just busy. And you know, I hope Dad ain't up here right now, but Dad be having me all crazy. Dad probably is. He ain't up here, but because he's home listening to the radio. It's 94.3. Yeah. I just left here. So he's not up there, but Dad be like, and then he don't be asking me to do stuff, but I just be remembering the stuff that he need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh my God, he forgot to say it to me, and then I have to remember it myself. You know, so I be getting a little crazy with that stuff.
My week was cool. I'm halfway bipolar, so I don't be wanting to get out of bed some days.
Oh yeah.
Some days I don't want to work.
Yeah.
Some days I hate my job. Some days I love it. But
right. Maybe I'm bipolar.
Yeah, probably.
But that's how I feel too. I just don't like waking up in the morning. So.
Yeah, because some days I be like, like ready to go. And other days I just be
Yeah, not today. I be like that too. Yeah, I don't be feeling it either. But I mean that's good that we've all had pretty decent weeks. Like, you know, the ups and downs, that's life. Oh, let me tell you how Rel got a little bit bullied on the bus. I gotta go home and tell his dad because some boy tried to yank grandma chain off his neck. And the principal said, he was like, if you don't get your hands up, I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands and blow his fist up. And I guess he went and hit the guy, like, escalate the situation. Boy ain't do nothing though, so I ain't mad. He in 7th grade, bro, in the 5th. Show him what you're made of, son.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. But y'all, we wanted to get up here today. And we do have something we want to talk about. So, first thing we want to get into is, I don't know if y'all saw the segment where, I think it was Ebony, I don't know her name.
Ebony K. Williams.
Ebony K. Williams, right? And Yahawadah been trying to fix a lot of people's lives. And Yahawadah was like, you know, she was talking about black men or whatever. And the woman was like, she was like, so would you date a bus driver? And a lady was like, if he owned the bus. So, like, what do we feel about that? Like, what do we feel about her saying, yeah, if he owns the bus? Like,
I don't know. I think that's just a shot at average guys. Like, that's just a shot. It's like most men don't own what they do, especially black men.
Okay.
Like, we don't own what we do. We work hard. Like, we make our little salary, whatever it may be, you know. And then, like, to say if he owns the bus, like, that's a problem. That's why a lot of women ain't married, because they look at this like extraordinary men. And all those men already either got a wife or two, or they play in the field, or they just don't want you, or they don't want to settle down. Like, there's tons of average men out here who would treat you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, do chores with you, cook for you.
Yeah.
Be home with you, you know what I'm saying? But because he drives a bus, he don't qualify.
Right.
That ain't sit well.
I feel like it was a shot at the blue collar workers. I feel like blue collar workers are consistent. I feel like a lot of women strive to have extraordinary men for what they call high value men, or men that are financially independent, financially super secure, right? Like over 6-figure salary, but over 6 figures now really is nothing. That's not a lot of money. But I'm thinking that to look down on a blue collar worker is basically like you're beneath me. I feel like personally that a woman in general should be okay with living within the means of what her husband already made.
Right.
So like I do think that looking down on that, one, blue collar workers make up 90% of the people in the world. It is very rare that you find people that are CEOs, COOs, own the company, got the investments in the company, own their own stuff. And if you do have that man, that nigga is hella busy. And he don't got no time for you.
You're right. He ain't never home.
He ain't never home. And when he is home, he's distracted.
And he has options.
And it usually ain't gonna be you.
And even if you are one of those options, he's not gonna marry you.
Why not? Right, yo.
Because like after a man already builds up his wealth and builds himself up, you don't trust women at that point. Like,
my God.
because while I was walking around as a regular guy,
He's really a
this was my
area.
right.
A lot of
Right.
gold digging girls on here.
Yeah, I mean, like, you never know if
That's
that person is with you because you made that amount of money now. Because I was walking around here this whole time telling you I would be a good man for you, and then like as soon as I make this amount now, like you around,
Yeah.
you getting played.
No, for real though, but I know exactly what I do feel like a lot of guys do feel like that. Like, and then here's the thing. This is the reality of it, which is why I be telling women, stop leaving dudes. Okay. I gotta say it. Like I said before, you know how I always say women don't gain value in the eyes of a man after 40 years old. And the reason why, so you gotta be, if you're over 40, and let's say you had a husband and you ditched that husband and now you're trying to get married again, here's the thing. You gotta be extraordinary at that age. And when I say extraordinary, I mean body snatched, weight, right? Natural hair, not all about like the superficiality of my nails and clicking your nails. You gotta be spiritual. There's gotta be something that you can add to his life that's extraordinary. You can't be stuck in your ways. You still gotta be teachable, coachable, want to listen. Because here's the thing. A lot of guys are gonna look at a woman over 40 and say, oh, she's stuck in her ways. One, we're usually out of shape because we just don't eat right. We just swear every year we say we gonna unbig our back. Like, it never happens. I know me. Every year I be like, I'm about to go on a diet. No, for real, I am going on a 3-day juice cleanse. If anybody want to go on it with me, I am starting on Monday. Okay, and I'm that serious about this. I'm talking to myself here.
Nobody wants to do that.
But nobody wants to really. You don't want to go on it with me?
But
Oh, your back ain't gonna unbig then.
But like what you said, right? I'll give you an example. I like my laundry done, right? I like food cooked for me, right? I like those things. Once you get to a certain point, I can pay for those services.
Pay for those things.
I can pay for whatever service a woman gives me.
Okay.
I can pay for it. I can go get me some oxtails from the Jamaican restaurant. Then I can go drop my laundry off at the thing. So
That's
like,
what I do.
if you're not doing those things, then you truly don't have no value to that man because he don't have time to do all that.
Right. And that was, oh my God, I got dragged online for that because I said that, okay. I said that I fold my husband's laundry, his underwear, put his socks together, make sure his towels is straight. He cooks for himself because he cooks for the week and brings his food up there because he gets in really late. And if I cook really late, it's usually like something small, some chicken, right? You know, gym rat, chicken, rice, some vegetables, something green. Okay.
Right.
So mainly my job is for the kids because he does that for himself. But I got dragged because it was like, oh, let's hope he decides to stay with you after you not. I'm like, well, after you done, if you decide to wake up late and can't fold his drawers, like, first of all, dummy, number one, mine gets in madly, right? And he gets in and he gets himself together in the dark so that he don't wake me up. So he doesn't even turn the lights on. He just like shimmies around like a ninja, picks out his clothes for the next day in the dark, just so that he don't come in the house and I'm like, oh. So the least I could do is have the little stuff done so that all he got to do is, I know these is underwear. I don't care what color, but I'm going to grab one. I know these is black socks. I know these are white socks. I'm going to grab one. Like, I don't get why making the life a little bit easier was so talked down about.
You would pick me now.
Oh, that's
Right.
exactly what I got called. That's what I got called.
Yeah, I would say that this generation is
You
trying
have to be strong and independent now. Like,
Unless you're picking.
to be woke and like not black. Serenity the same thing. Like I get out of work at 11 o'clock. I get home around. I get out of work at 11:30. I get home around 11:45.
Oh, that's me.
Sometimes I walk in, she'll be cooking, and she'll go back eating at that time. She already fed hard.
Yeah.
But for me, she makes, because I'm on like a weight and diet too. So like she'll make food for the week. She'll make my chicken and green beans or chicken and beans and rice, and like that's what I'll eat for 2-3 days. And she'll do it again, like maybe 2-3 days later.
Right, so that you have your.
So that I always have something to just go in the refrigerator and eat.
Right.
Like I need that. I'm on a high calorie diet, man. You know what I mean? Which I saw, like
A big butt.
oh, I seen it. I ain't really fake.
Oh.
I don't like fake butts, people.
I don't think a lot of guys.
Give me anxiety. Like,
Why?
they move without you moving.
I feel like they have a little bit of stink too.
Yeah, like
No, it's just the people who
whatever
who
oil
have
that
walk
is.
steak.
Yeah, they walk like that.
No, it just seems like with the cheeks clamped together in the summer, it feels like it's more tag in there.
Yeah, like you gotta peel that open, like.
I didn't even say anything.
Nigga, like. You're going.
That's just you. A lot of guys still like them.
No, they sure do like it.
Well, it's the
No, you know what I don't like?
I think it's
When
just
people
inside.
complain about fake butts, but they be the ones who be liking the fake butts on like social media. Like if you're gonna be a certain way, just be that way.
But don't
In
switch it
general.
up for like,
That's so
oh,
corny to me.
like it's not okay for you, but it's okay for you to do it, and that's okay for you to like.
Yeah, I just think it's
Now, let's say I wasn't married, right? And I saw a fake and if I saw a fake butt online, because I like it, doesn't mean
no,
I noticed it,
I'm
but
gonna smash her.
oh
And I
yeah.
want to see you like it.
yeah,
Maybe that's I don't know.
yeah.
I
yeah,
don't be like people like it when you do like that, but like maybe
yeah.
the guy who do it is just like want to smash. Because there's a difference between wanting a woman and wanting to smash.
Oh my God, that's what I was about to say. That when I was gonna talk about like the window of 40 getting better, because every woman has this saying, right? As far as like the average woman, they'll be like, you know, I could get any man I want. You leave off to smash at the bottom because getting any man you want means getting any man to commit to provide and protect for you. To get a man to commit to have your back for the rest of our lives, getting a man to commit to joining up with you and raising our family together, that is different than getting any man you want. Because any woman could be like, I can get any man I want. I could get any man's attention I want to get if I want to get it. But what kind of attention am I actually going to get?
Right.
Because most women be swearing when they be like, oh, we about to be like the guys out here. We about to just start using them. Somebody tell them. Can somebody call them in the office and tell them that you should never threaten a guy with only wanting to smash, because that's probably all he wanted to do anyway. Because you're hella annoying, you get on his nerves, you text too much, you talk too much, and that's all he wants to do anyway. So you think you're winning, but you're really losing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just don't make sense to me. So yeah, so back to the bus driver.
That's what I mean. Like, there's tons and tons and tons of average men out there who do what you
Yeah.
but that don't be seeming like what women is looking for.
So what do you think? Well,
Not me. Not
I
me.
think
I feel like we're old. I feel like even me, I'm a little old school. stuff. Because I'd be with a bus driver in a heartbeat if I wasn't married. But
Right.
I would
But
with a
if your
bus driver
husband
because
was a
I'm thinking
bus
about
driver.
the benefits and all that stuff. Like I wouldn't.
And some men, like, you never know, they might own a business and just do the bus driving, put in
To
insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah, to
to
fund
get
their
the,
business.
yeah, to get the family medical and all of that other
Right,
stuff,
right.
or whatever the case.
Right.
But, you know, she's talking about something he owned the bus. So, like, and that's what we was talking about before, too. Like, the women who be trying to push the man to be great. Like,
Right.
stop doing that. Like,
Right.
if
Yeah.
he's a bus driver and he's content with being a bus driver, he's
Let
content with his
the
salary, he's content with his lifestyle. Don't be coming in and trying to like, yeah, baby, we can buy our own bus one day and drive it around and then get 2 buses and then 3 buses and then we can take it over.
We can have a whole fleet.
Yeah, we can have a whole fleet of buses. Like this man gonna be like, never stop.
Yo, I do. Yeah,
And that's because of the lifestyle that like a
She
lot of
wants,
women
right.
most
but
women
she
wanna
could
live
do that for
a-
herself. If she wants that lifestyle, then she could just work her way up to that lifestyle for herself. That's how I feel.
Or you could not. So there's 2 ways that could go. One, you could have a little bit of. I do feel like when your kids are school age, you need to be home with your kids during school age, right? When your kids get a little older and they're in school, they get out a little later. Like Bro gets out at 6:15. Your bro gets home from school at 6:15. What am I doing during that time? So I get out of work at 3:30. So like, yeah, whatever you want to do, you can fund yourself. Like you have a little side hustle. I do think women are better off in creative spaces. I think that brings in so much more income for us. But at the same time, you got a consistent little job where let that fund you so you don't got to stress him with the stuff that you really want. Like, oh, I want my nails done, but I can pay for that. I want my feet done, I can go pay for that. I don't got to take it from the house budget. I don't got to ask him for money every second. But at the same time, a lot of women are using their jobs for security to leave man. We need to do something. I'm gonna keep this job because God forbid he act up. You know, I'm out the door. Like, you know, I can take care of myself. So
It's like trauma based.
yeah, right. It's a trauma response from our grandmothers because
Yeah.
it didn't even happen to us.
Because they couldn't do what they wanted to.
Right. So it didn't really happen to us, but we still.
They call that. I think some people call that like financial abuse. Like
For the women.
for a
when
woman who don't work and is just like a housewife, and the guy makes the money,
yeah.
they be like that's financial abuse because
Oh,
she can't leave him even if she wanted to
but yes, she can.
But
But
how
I
is
did.
it though?
because he
No, you
decides
just gotta
where the
figure-
money is spent, etc.
No, you just gotta figure out your life after you decide to leave. But it will stop you from leaving at the drop of a dime.
Right, and that's the part of marriages that's wrong now. Like because remember, granddad did what he did. He got home at 10 o'clock. He ate that big ass bucket of slop.
You put his food
It
on
was-
once
it
put
was
his
chicken
food
and
on
rice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was chicken and rice.
12 minutes and 34 seconds because he ain't know how to murk the microwave.
Because he couldn't read.
Yeah, I mean, he would eat his food. He would eat like 1 meal a day, go to sleep, repeat. And grandma made sure the house was good.
Yeah.
So they needed each
Each
other.
other. That's true.
The point now is like men and women need each other.
Yeah.
We look down upon needing another person. like,
Yeah.
but everybody needs somebody.
That's
Like
true.
even if you don't have a man, you need welfare. You need the government. Or
Right.
even if you don't need for the government, now you need a job and a babysitter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you're always gonna need. So why not a man and a woman need each other? Like
That's
it's
true.
supposed to.
Well, a lot of men do say they don't need women, which may be true, but it'll make your life easier.
Exactly.
I do feel like the men that say they don't need women don't know the actual gift of a woman.
Yeah.
But when you say you don't need a
Well,
woman, you're
there's
talking
no
about something
physically.
superficial.
Yeah.
But a woman is actually the spiritual scepter in the house. Like, and she's the one that gets the prayers to the heavens. Like, if you want to be like technical about it. So like, 'cause guys are busy working with their hands. Like they're busy building, they're busy doing stuff. But back to your point, me and Tim was talking about that the other day where he was like, yo, women are always trying to make the guy something he's not. Like they always trying to get with him and then make him something else. Like, just if he drive the bus, then let him drive the bus and be okay with him driving the bus. But nowadays, women are making more money, so it almost looks unbalanced. Like, oh, wait a second, I'm the director at Yale, so like I can't be with the bus driver, so you have to own the bus company. Like,
that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's your ego. That would be your ego speaking.
That's what they call hypergamy.
Right.
A woman is
dating up, like,
is meant to sort of do that.
But
society has policed y'all up on what's in the way.
People money ain't together no more.
So yeah, so hypergamy. That's like you know, a female lion looking for the most strongest lion. The one who beats all the other lions, she gonna pick him to have kids with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like
instinctually,
y'all don't pick lower.
No.
But unfortunately, we put our value into money now.
Right.
So we think money makes you lower or higher.
Okay, yeah.
When that's really not the case. Like, you could be the dopest, most caring, most dopest father, like the dope leader, like all of it. But you just make $35,000 a year. And she makes $60,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's still gonna be able to take that 60 you make it a 30 he make and make the best decisions with it. Where you might just blow it. Like,
that's what I said. Nisha said people money not together. No.
Well, you know,
a lot of people still.
You know, that's why, because I found that like a lot of people money, I never cared about that because I didn't work. So the money, I didn't care about the account being in both our names because I was getting the benefit of it being in both our names when I wasn't working. But you know, nowadays they would be like, because they are setting themselves up to leave. Like, most marriage is not solidified like it used to be. It's almost like it's a show and it's I'll do till I can't.
Right.
You know, so they get married and they get married with the basis that I ain't about to last this long with him or her. So, well, I find women do that more than men. Men don't really
80% of the divorces are initiated by women. So y'all
it's actually 90%.
Yeah, so y'all are the ones violating the divorce.
Yeah, because we file for divorce when stuff get on our nerves.
Because y'all get
honor commitments and stuff like that. We just like
because y'all get the benefit of making mistakes. Like, so you could just say, like, all right, I'm leaving, and then again, welfare, whatever, will kick right in.
Yeah.
Or let's say you want to be promiscuous, you got birth control right there. Say if you do get pregnant, you got abortion right there. Like, let's say you don't want an abortion, you want to keep the child. You can just put the man on child support and he has no control of, like, there's so many pitfalls that a woman could go into when she makes a mistake that, like, there's no penalty in her mind for leaving a man.
There's no penalty for women in general.
Yeah, pretty much.
In life, and that's where we become like the terrorists of the world. Because, you know, for real, because we don't have the thing. Okay, all right. If I picked up my cell phone right now and I was like, oh my God, he hitting me. Somebody get him off of me. The cops is going to come without question. They're going to hog tie you. Like, you're going to be on the ground with your legs and your feet tied together. And they didn't even see bruises on me yet.
Yeah, right.
So now, granted, sometimes when you on the milkier side of life, you know, that would definitely happen. Now, when you're on this side, the cocoa side of life, they might take both of us because they might be like, man, you going too? Because, you know, they don't really care about us like that.
Or they might say, like, I'm not going to take either one of y'all, but if I got to take one, I'm taking
both. Right.
They've said that to us when you meet me before.
Right.
You know, that was a different relationship.
Yeah, so they doing that, but women have weird power in different ways now because men are usually held accountable systematically. Because men can't really be held accountable by women. It doesn't work like that. So men are held accountable systematically, structurally, and societally, and women are held accountable socially. Like, you could be with a woman, we could be at brunch, and a woman be like, oh, I don't got my kids, I don't take care of my kids. Everybody at brunch will be like, And next thing you know, we don't call you no more, we're not talking anymore, you're not being invited to brunch no more. Because socially, it's just unacceptable but it's still going on. But now, because women have gotten so loose, we're not even being held accountable as socially anymore. We like, yes, we're yes queening everything.
Yeah,
and
right.
we queening each other off the ledge. Words on ice age.
yeah, like you queening each other to death.
Tell Tiff to look at the phone.
Is that ISIS?
Just need my text message. Oh, okay.
Like even like take Lizzo for instance.
I can't see her.
You know, twerking at the Lakers game and all that, like half naked. Yes, queen, get it.
I can't see a picture.
And it's like, no, that's not healthy. You look terrible.
I don't like that. I just feel like it's undue attention.
And,
I feel like it's
I don't know. Have you ever seen a big person eat? Like they always like be picking like in front of you. They be picking like
What you say?
like big people. Like big
Joey, that's crazy.
Because I can't. Right? Now listen,
What
they be picking their food. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've studied it.
does that mean though?
They be picking with their food, like when they go out to eat with you, right? They just pick, like, I'm gonna just eat a little. They eat little morsels.
That is true.
When they get home, 3,000 calories down the throat, like no question. I've
What
seen
does
it.
that have to do with
I've
you?
seen it. Because some of those things make a woman average. Like
No, and then another thing is, again, we would yes queen that, like, oh, her confidence, because everything is beautiful. Everything's not beautiful. Everything's not. And I'm not talking about like superficially, like, oh, your hair, your nails, your makeup. I'm talking about certain things. Everything's not beautiful. When it's unhealthy, that's not beautiful.
nah.
Even if you're super duper skinny, that's not beautiful either. Like, you not healthy, period. You know what I mean? Like,
Can I bring my phone closer?
where are you gonna put it?
Fine.
Don't start touching stuff.
Can I put it?
I'm gonna call Pee-wee right now.
Mine
Okay.
is off.
Where's the?
Nah, I'm saying like, I ain't even in the
Where's
frame.
my shirt?
Yeah, like a little kid. But yeah, like we would just like.
A little bit more.
That's why I have to stop going to like the women's empowerment brunches and stuff, because then we be all empowered and then get out and be mad meaty. Like,
Yeah.
so I just be like, what was the point? Like, that's why I stopped going to certain
So
stuff.
this, like, what is the average man and what is the average woman in your opinion?
Everybody.
Around us, like who's not average that you?
But because you know how them ladies be like, hey, he left me for some basic being. Like she just basic. Look at her, she's basic. What is basic? What is average for?
Right.
We're all average, honestly. Unless you're
There's above average women.
To me, the people I'm around,
And there's above
or the
average
people
women.
that are in
What is-
Connecticut, maybe
What's
that's
an above
my
average
opinion.
woman to you?
Above average woman to me is because the attraction at first is physical.
So you're not talking about just financial.
I'm getting ready to run down the line right now.
Okay.
So at first it's attraction. It's like,
Oh,
that makes
okay,
you
I thought you were
above
talking about financial.
right? So physically you're above average. Your body look right, your face look right.
Okay.
That's what's gonna make me come over and be attracted to you.
Okay.
Then once I talk to you, what your conversation is like what you into, that type of thing. Like what you do and how much money you make is never involved in the project. Not for a woman. Like we're looking for how many kids do you have, how many men, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
for real. Like
that's
are
today.
you looking for more kids? Are you not? Like so there's a lot that goes into being above average. You know, is your spirit dope? Like could I see myself coming home to you and being peaceful every day? You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk to you about something, are you willing to be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I did do that.
Right.
You know, honestly apologize. Like if you're not that type of person, I'm telling you, your man might not leave you, but he left you with his heart. Like he gone.
What if you're not peaceful? Like
Yeah, he's gone. Like, because we're gonna go find peace somewhere.
It just won't be with you.
Yeah, it just won't be at home. You know what I
And
mean? Like, so I thank God that like I actually enjoy going home. I race home. People be like, you want to do this? You want to do that? No. Straight. I'm home with it.
You already don't like going nowhere.
Yeah, like I don't go nowhere.
Well, it ain't really nothing out here unless you're out here trying to find peace elsewhere.
And meet somebody.
So, like, let's get this straight: that an average woman or above average woman has nothing to do with money or money. Let's just solidify that right here.
Right.
Right.
I've always agreed with that anyway, because I feel like women that lead with their money only attract men that need it.
Yeah, right. No,
Like, you know
right.
what I'm saying? So you ever notice it's the one that makes the most money that always be like, it ain't no good decent men out here.
Right.
That's because you talking about the wrong stuff that at the table. And then can we please stop when people say what do you bring to the table saying I am the table? I hate that.
But you know what I hate too?
Like I'm
Men
so
who actually ask that.
I don't like that either because I feel like that's a red flag. Like, sir, I'm already at the table. If I'm at the table, then
That's why I
that's
didn't say that. But I didn't.
Let me ask you, what did you bring to the table?
I'm walking away. I'm walking away from the table.
Like,
At that point, I'm gonna be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and my Uber is gonna be outside, like, and that's only if I did
yo,
drive.
he's gonna be out there with the orange can.
I'm gonna be like, Toyota Prius, like, okay.
Like that's that. You can tell what a woman brings to the table. Right?
Why did you ask her for
Asking
the
those
date?
right questions, but that's all I feel. I feel like I already got to the table the right part. At some point, you know why I'm here.
Mhm.
Now you're trying to dig deeper into finding out if I can stay or if you want to keep me here. I'm already at the table. You can't ask what do you bring to the table when I already got to the table. You sound dumb.
Yeah, right. Like, what do you bring to the table?
Like that.
That's embarrassing though.
What do you
Yeah,
bring
like,
to
I
the
feel like that's
table?
the
I am
interview.
the table. Let's just call them goofies, right? Like, cause
No, but that's like an interview when they be like, so tell me about yourself. It's just creepy to explain
yeah,
what it is that you can
what's your
bring.
value is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. I hate it.
it's
I hate
not
it.
an interview. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, it's not a resume.
Like, can we just connect?
Yeah, right.
Just talk?
And
And
if
then
And let me explain it.
you could be like,
yeah, right.
like, you
Like,
know,
what we talking
the
about?
sirens could start to go off based on our conversation alone.
Yeah, right.
That's usually how you find your most, your most communicable like connection. You just be like, okay, it fits, it seems right. But yeah,
Case
so
in point, when I met Soretta, right, she was not in a place that her potential could have been. Neither was I. But I could
hell no,
tell.
y'all wasn't in no, like, never mind.
Shut your face. But I could tell
Right.
That she
that
has
in the
something.
long run, she had the qualities that I was looking for.
Yeah.
Especially that late in life. I'm 30. I was like, what, 32, 33 years old. My needs became much simpler. My wants became much, much simpler. And like I could tell you're in a place right now that's kind of but like with coaching, with talking, with like living life, like we could get here. I know I can get here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Despite where you are right now. So that's why I don't like the question, what do you bring to the
It
table?
was that because
It really should be like that. Do make sense though, because like, what do you bring to the table? If I'm at the table, then it's your job to build me into what it is that you want at the table.
That is so true. That's a pick.
especially as a guy.
Oh, I'm a pick me.
Yeah,
Why you gotta pick me? Because I'm a pick me. You ain't know. Oh my
And
God.
that's
But
why
as a guy, you're the one
That's the builder.
Yeah, that can do that.
Like that's the
Right.
thing.
So
Men
don't
don't realize what they actually teach women by just being. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come to the table, and I don't mean to like what you bring to the table. I mean when you come and you're mad or erratic, you like, oh my God, this is what happened at work. And he's like, yo, chill, and bring it down. Okay, so what happened? Like like kind of bring you back to like reality. I remember one time Gary had gotten in some trouble at school, right? And first thing I did was because that boy gonna I'm going off. Tim was like, whoa, wait a second. Did you ever consider this? And actually, he wasn't on the teacher side. He was more on Aries' side. Like, wait, nah, he's being targeted. You can tell by A, B, C, and D Because for a teacher to mention his hair, that has nothing to do with his grades. That means there's a personal something there. And I wasn't even thinking about any of that. I'm just like, this boy acting like that school again. Like, so there's things that, like, I know for me, Tim talks all the time. He's always talking. And when I say always talking, it could be little stuff. It could be like we driving and it's snowing, and these are things that I legit remember. We driving and it's snowing. He'd be like, "Oh, you felt that in the car? Like, when this happens, do this."
Yeah.
Like, or such and such. Oh, Tonisha, when I do this is why. Oh, Tonisha, this is here. This is why I have this. He's always like almost over explaining things to the point where he's like, "I got it!" Like, my God.
Right.
But you don't really forget those things when the time comes either. It's almost like a dad, like not in a sense like that, but remember how your dad always kept being repetitive, like, I said stuff, no, you can't do that, moms or dads or whatever, but you don't forget the boy when they're not there. You know what I mean? So like, guys,
the father gives you away,
right, to the husband, right?
Because it is now the man's job to do the father.
Tim said something
See,
that
a lot of people don't co-sign to that.
They don't co-sign it because nobody.
I don't need no man to tell me nothing.
But most women didn't grow up into parents, right? And that's what they don't understand that.
True.
So it's a whole concept that's so like grown far.
Well, honestly, it's good fact. Most women don't even know what a man is.
Right. Or
when they see one.
Right.
They don't know what a man's supposed to be doing anyway.
Right. Or the thing that he is doing that's super manly, they don't like that because it's like, I want you to be like me. Like, why can't we just go and do this together? And you don't realize y'all two different species. Like, he don't want to do that because that would make him you.
I've said, not disrespectfully, but I've said before, I'm not your friend.
Oh, I can't stand when Tim said that.
I'm your husband.
I know you. I've seen that post.
I am not your friend. Like, if we can have a good time together, that's a good time together. But I'm still not your friend.
Yeah,
I'm your husband. There's a difference. I'm not the one that, like, you're supposed to gossip about that person too. And talk about your girl stuff and, like,
no, save that for your friends. I have a chapter in my book. Save that for your friends.
Your sister, your, like,
yeah.
Because, like, we already thinking about way too much. Like, but the things we do tell you, like, the hearken.
Yeah.
Definitely got hearken. Because, like,
yeah,
it can keep you out of danger. It's a dangerous society. So, like, let's say you dress nice, we're going out, we're walking down the street, but we're going to get into the Uber. You're probably like, oh, no, I don't look right. And then, like, we got to back. Like, you're like, oh, why? Like, the car right here, let's just get in. What is wrong with you? Like, if you was one of those, you're going to die. You're going to die. Because I'm gone. You're going to be standing right there, bullet, gun all in your face. I'm gone. I'd have told you that was me. That's part of one of our things. Like, that's part of our gift to access nature. We're supposed to access nature. Like, we are.
What you mean? The car right here.
Yeah, like,
You just gotta get going. But that is a lot of talking. But now you settle that,
you gotta go back and forth.
That's what I was talking about. That's all we there has to be that level of order where when your husband speaks that you gotta know. I feel like as women, picking statement or not, I literally studied him like a class. I literally be like, okay, all right. Because here's the thing. You need to know when he's on some, hey, babe, such and such, or when he's on some, babe, go get in the car. And you gotta know the difference with the two, and don't be like that, like, but why I gotta go to the car though? What you mean? What you saying? It's nice out here. And then he like, I said, now he get jumped and you get jumped like a dummy.
We need somebody to call me out.
Right. We need somebody to make it out of here alive. So But there's a lot of women that they question a lot of things without understanding when the voice has authority.
That's because of what they went through, though. Because a lot of women pick wrong. From middle school to, I remember going to middle school, and all the dope girls was getting picked up by high school boys.
Oh, yeah.
And then in high school, all the dope girls was getting picked up by grown-ass men.
Yeah.
So, like, the way you've been treated throughout that time, and then who you been picking has been wrong. So now when you get the real thing, you don't even know what it looks like. You have no idea.
But not only that, like I said, a lot of people don't have a father in them.
Right. Because we couldn't even really go outside like that. And you was outside. We wasn't outside.
Yeah, I was outside. Chip was outside with me, though.
No.
But not
outside. You talking about outside?
So literally outside.
I'm talking about when you started to be able to go out and get in at 2:30 a.m. That wasn't my life. I couldn't do that. That never happened to me. I couldn't get in at 2:30 in the morning until I had a husband. And I was with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it just didn't work like that. Not in our house anyway, because Dad's like, where he's like, Yogi going? I ain't no Yogi. Like, that's not fun. But what I was about to say was, I remember being a kid, and I was so nice to boys, and you were always like, yo.
Please be serious.
His face when he said, and you used to be like, and I used to be like, oh, I know you didn't call me probably because such and such. He's like, stop doing that. Stop giving a man an excuse before he tell you what.
Yeah.
Make him be accountable. Like just if he was late for the date or he didn't show for the date, don't hurry up and give him an excuse before he has a chance. Oh, you let me off the hook. Like, I didn't even have to explain. And I used to oh, you're so nice. You used to be so mad at me sometimes. And I had to learn that the hard way though. Just not knowing.
I forgot about that, but I do remember that.
You remember? Yeah, you used to always. Well, I was always in your room. You always asking but the thing of it is, I heard this story today. I was watching another podcast, and it was saying that this girl, right? So it was an Yahawadah thing. It was like this Yahawadah fix my life type thing, and they had a montage of women in their hurt, and this is now what triggers them. So one girl's story was, so this is the thing, women have to start holding themselves accountable in their decision-making processes. A lot of times, the stuff we're in is because of choices that we made, and then we victimize ourselves through our own choice, and that's not fair to us or the people around us. So what happened was the girl basically was like, so when I grew up, my parents were the favorites, my brothers and my sisters, and then I just grew up not feeling loved. So I became abusive, and I'm not the physical abusive, the 200 times abusive, and threats and things, and emotionally abusive. First of all, that's everybody's story. Nobody got raised by the same parents.
Right.
So we're the same. We are all siblings. We got the same mama, the same daddy, and none of us had the same parents. Mm-hmm. So let that sink in.
Wow, that's deep.
That's true.
She didn't have the same mom that I have. He didn't say that. He didn't have the same mom that I had. She didn't have the same dad that I have. He didn't have the same dad that I have. They parented us all differently, whether it was based on their own traumas, their own loves, whatever. We got parented differently, even though we grew up in the same house with the same two people. It's like doing a hairstyle. You can't recreate the same thing 3 times. It can't. It's impossible to be the same parents for all 3 kids. It don't make sense. So she gave herself an excuse for why she was emotionally abusive, because she felt like her parent favored her sister. Now, there was another story. I was like, Dad, how come I'm not feeling bad for these chicks? I'm watching the music is sad, and I was like, I'm not shedding no tears. I'm trying to empathize. I'm like, okay. This girl was like, so I grew up, and I was like, they're crying just like this, and I was like, so bad. And my mom, she said, with my father, a man I didn't even know. And so I was, I acted out. You see how they not detailed, right? They mad big. I acted out. What was your acting out though? Tell us that. What was you actually doing for your father to then send you back somewhere? He just got rid of you. Well, you can't go back to your mom, but you can't stay here either. So then she meets a guy that's a drug dealer, and the drug dealer, she ends up going to jail. You know what I'm saying, right? Drug dealer, jail, kind of go hand in hand. So he ends up going to jail, and then she's like, well, he was the only man that I ever felt like was really down for me. So I decided to like do like a drug run for him, and they were gonna help me out with some money while he was in jail. And they ended up just kidnapping me and keeping me for ransom and beating me up and all this stuff. And I felt bad. I was like, damn. But then I was like, he was already with a guy that was a drug dealer that went to jail. So then you decide to sell drugs too, because you. Wait, how is this making sense? Like, you didn't learn from him that this isn't the best road to take, like, to get money. You could have did it. I would have felt better if you said you went to tripping or something. But not that. At least with that, you don't know the consequences yet. This, you saw them firsthand. Now you get held for ransom. Like, you get kidnapped and tied up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the white girl came to serve me a key.
What?
You think I'm paying for it?
I don't think she was white. She was black.
She was black. But a girl, period. You show up by yourself with all these drugs, like.
No, I guess it was some guys that was supposed to help her get some money, and they ended up taking her instead. Took her on something, got kidnapped for ransom.
But we never answered that question.
What
is average? Go.
An average man.
What's an average?
Why I gotta go?
Average.
No,
Oh, average. So this is not above. This is not.
No, it's average, Tiff. It's right
I'm
there.
just trying to get my thoughts together.
Oh, okay.
For me, an average man would be somebody who works 9 to 5. Pretty. I'm gonna go off looks. I have to go off looks. I'm not one of those people who's like, no, I don't go. No. So they work 9 to 5.
Your man has to be at least decent looking.
Oh, he has.
Yeah, I gotta be attractive.
Yeah, you have to be. Because if I'm mad at you, I gotta still think that you're cute. Like,
Right. That's what guys don't know that part.
what?
If we're mad at you, we gotta still be attracted to you, though.
Uh-huh.
Because if I'm mad at you and I'm not attracted to you, oh, you done. Because at this point, now it's gonna be like, but you still want it to be like,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you come with a
come
fresh
over here,
haircut,
hug me.
like with the beard popping, like
I ain't come over here and make it right.
screaming like Gallagher.
So you try to get in bed and like tug over, like you still mad.
Oh man.
So for real.
Yo, we all have the same
We know what that is.
Same thing. Everybody's
Everybody's
saying.
same stuff.
So the average is probably like a 9 to 5, maybe like if you work second shift, 3 to 11. You gotta be somewhat decent looking. And for me, I would think you have.
But it's decent looking average. Do you think most? Let's talk about black. Most black or Hispanic men, think they're average.
Hispanic.
Most black and Hispanic people are average people today, unless you are like.
So are they attractive, most of them, or are they not?
Most black people are attractive, but they're average attractive. It's not something where I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
You did say that.
I think Pee-wee, oh my god.
Like, why do I call everybody?
You're not fucked up on that. But everybody, like, I feel like most African Americans or Hispanic are average people, unless you are not average.
So most average people have their own little
Look,
beauty to them.
Average,
It's still average.
9 to 5, you take care of your kids, you look decent looking, you might slip up a little bit with the cheating. That's average. That's what most black. That's what most black do. That's what most right. So that's average. You might have some on the side, like a business, but you might not be an average. So that's my opinion of average. Probably got like 1 or 2 kids, maybe one with a baby mother. That's
pretty average.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about an average woman?
Nowadays, an average woman,
Because let me preface this. Most women don't think they're average.
you already watch something. But most of us are average.
Like most men, we know we're average.
Right, but most women don't think
Most
that
women
they're average.
don't think they're average.
Where are we from at?
But most people
Way
think,
up.
most people that you give are average. Like, who? I guess it goes according to who's not average. What's your opinion on what's not average? Because most people I see or encounter on social media is average to me. You work, you take care of your kids, you look pretty.
Regular stuff.
You look. That's what I'm saying. It's average.
But I do feel like
you look pretty decent. Most of the girls don't even have a spirituality that I follow on social media. So
that was the part that I was gonna say. Like for average, I feel like average means that you're average, and just like an average guy,
you look good.
It's like
your body is done because everybody's body done. So
if you're a girl,
yeah, that's pretty average.
I think
it might be a bottle girl. Well, it might be a.
That's not average. That's.
You think that? I mean,
what is well? You think what's your above average?
I think most women think they're above average.
No, I agree.
Like if you look at a woman and say, "You're cute, but you're average," they would be
but you
offended
cannot say
that.
and be insulted. Where a guy, I feel like we know we're average. Like we know we're not like Tay Diggs.
Well, you know they say women can't take
criticism.
Yeah. If you watch like Love Is Blind or any show, the woman cannot handle being rejected. Men take it all the time, but you cannot tell no woman, "Oh, you're not ready to love." They crying, they hyperventilating, like you can't.
My whole thing is, Coach Hawk, I'm happy seeing family doing something progressive together.
What up, Paul?
All right, now.
Yeah,
Is that
Aaron?
Oh, that's Aaron.
I think for a woman being average is the majority of us. I feel like if you're an above average woman, this is what I think an above average woman. I think an above average woman looks amazing. Amazing. I think most average women should have their own hair. So like waking up without a wig, a weave, or lashes, or something fake on, and you're still beautiful. Like you're still, tastefully pretty. Nice skin, in shape body. I do feel like for a woman being above average, it's more her mentality than anything else. Like I think it's her thought processes, her spirituality, how she takes care of her children, how she would respect the guy in her life, coachable, teachable. These are things that most women are not.
I'm about to say, you got
me. Those are 10 things that make a woman above average.
But most people are not coachable or teachable.
Right, that's why you got bang the gavel on average.
I feel bad saying this, but I talk to a lot of my guy cousins, and they have a preference that they have one woman in the two house without a two household parent because they said they don't know how to women. Yeah, they're disrespectful and they just don't want to deal with it.
Wait, so say that one more time.
So basically, like all our younger cousins, they said that they don't want a girl that they grow in a two-parent household because she doesn't know how to talk to men and want to listen. Mm-hmm. And so they prefer either that or they outside their race. Yeah, because of that. Yeah. And it's unfortunate now that it's actually being, articulated and said out loud, like, hey, I actually don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then moving outside of that, it's sad that like our men are actually giving up on us. Yeah.
You just named 10 things that make women above average, right?
I could have went on, but
you could have went on.
What about men?
Most women ain't what you just named.
I know. That's
but
why
they don't know it.
Bang the gavel.
So there's like a lot of delusion running around.
That's because women put their worth and they put their rank on how much money they make, which is a masculine trait, not a feminine trait. They put their worth into, well, I went to here, I worked here, I made this, I got this degree, I went to this college, I did this, I drive this car, I own my own house, I got my own this, I did this for myself. I take vacations. I leveled you up. I did, and they name all of these things, thinking that this is climbing them up the rank. When in reality, the guy is looking like, so where do I fit in here?
I just think it's disgusting.
What?
Just what she was saying, like. I just
But
think
that's what people
disgusting behavior.
do. I feel like at this point, like I said, women are gonna die, and it's not gonna say beloved wife and mother. It is gonna say beloved APRN, masters from Harvard. It's gonna say beloved, masters in finance. Like it's
I
gonna
feel
say
like
something
it's fine
other
to have stuff,
than I do too.
but you don't have to
Lead
even
with
talk
that.
about it at
Right.
all. Like,
it's
That's
the
what men
leading
do.
with it.
That's what men
That's
do.
the
We say, hey, how you doing? What's your name?
yeah, y'all men do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
We try to drop.
I'm
So
the
what
yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
That's not
Measure
right.
and that's how guys
Yeah, that's how
measure
we
each
measure
other.
each other up. That's how we
But women don't do that.
that's how I know what you're into as a man. Like it should be. You know what I mean? Like, because if you ask me, all right, I'm like sort of like a social worker because my passion is the homeless, the people, and addicted people, etc. That's how a person gets to know me. But a woman is different. Like I could do a job for 20 years and hate it. You know what I'm saying?
But even if you don't, you're just not walking
That's
around
just
talking
not
about that.
It's
Like,
not a part of my resume though. Like, I don't even like when people brag on me about anything that I do. I'm really like, let's not talk about that. Like, I don't even care about it. It does bring me money so I can do the things I want to do. But I'd rather not even bring that up. Like, oh, what do you do? Like, I went to Tim's job and these girls were asking me what I did, and I literally found myself dimming it because I do so much. And I was like, oh, I just, girl, ain't nothing. I'm just a little, like, it's not, I don't want it to be like I bust in a room and this is what I do and this is who I am, like, period. Like, bow down room. Like, I feel like a woman's presence alone should, like, make room for her. Based on her personality and her essence and her vibe and her femininity and her niceness, her empathy. Like, I feel like those are the traits that you should lead with, like, when you come into a room.
I think that most women don't go to the average. And if they did, that would be way more married.
Like, if they so dope, we look down upon.
Because I see going down my timeline all day long. Girl, you deserve this. Never settle for yaka. Da, 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 da. I want a man who da, 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 da. Like, all down my timeline. Whoa.
Yeah.
And there are tons of men. Like, I have friends, like, right? I've always had friends that were good men, or good fathers. But, like, why is it that we can't get together and be married and stay married?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the 60s, we were married at an 80% rate. Now it's at a 20% rate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the next statistic.
my girl told me
the next statistic of women that's married is white women, and that's at 50%. So like 50% of white women are married, but only 20% of black women are married.
Mm-hmm.
So that be my thing. Like when I be going off on these rants on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, it's to like shock you into getting into a relationship and just settling, I guess. Because like most women feel like if they get with Charles over here, they're settling. Not realizing they're average, just like Charles is.
I get what you're saying.
Charles is an average.
It's like you're looking down because you really think that you're not average.
Like Charles is an electrician. He makes $40,000-$50,000 a year. He's content. He go home. He's not going to cheat on you. He's going to love you. He's going to watch movies with you. He's going to go out to dates with you. But you can't go with Charles because he don't own the bus.
Yeah.
And that is the sad part.
Yeah. I don't agree
because
with that.
Because he doesn't own the electrician company.
I still believe in sharing money.
Good.
So I feel like if Charles do make 40 and you make 40, y'all can make it work with the 80.
That means y'all make 80 now, right?
Or if he makes 60, you make 44. If he make 40 and you make 60, I mean, y'all money gonna be together anyway.
But let me tell you the illusion that happens with that, though. And this is why we as women, I feel, think that we're better than men. This is why. I think we feel like we're better than men because one, our parents, fathers, and especially the single moms, the moms push the daughters to be what they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they push the daughter to go to super college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you've acquired all this debt. Although you might make great money, you have acquired a lot of debt. Now you're making a whole bunch of money. And it's very hard for a woman to see herself getting with a man that where she makes this much and he makes this much. Now he's beneath her.
Yeah,
So
like can you
it's
get
like,
with a man like that and still respect him as the head of your life?
I don't know. It's gonna be hard.
If you make
I don't
80,000 as a woman
know.
and your man makes 50,000, can you respect him like you're supposed to? You know what I'm saying? And that's the question.
Well, I could because I respect the position.
I'm about to say,
I don't respect the
it's a
money.
mindset.
I respect the position. You can be broke. If I gave you that position in my life, you have that position. So it doesn't matter. Like, all right, let's say I'm a esthetician teacher, right? And my elbow has to get surgery and my elbow's out for 2.5 months. And does that mean that I lost my credentials of who I am to them because I can't operate at a certain capacity at this time? So like, I feel like, I mean, if you meet a guy and he a bum, then this is your fault at this point. This is not even a conversation. Like,
Right.
You shouldn't have never made that decision, sis, and I don't know what to tell you. So if you meet a guy and he's just like no ambition, and when I say ambition, I don't mean like he got a basic job, like he's a carpenter or an electrician. We need those people, construction workers. We need those people here. We wouldn't be able to enjoy the comforts of our life if they weren't here. So HVAC people, people with those consistent blue collar jobs.
Work at Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, McDonald's, the mall, Walmart. Like, if all these people just say, "I don't want to be average. I want something
this
better,"
now.
all this stuff will close down.
But a lot of people are pushing entrepreneurship, and
everybody's not even good at being
and everybody, at all.
Like not even a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I think that now women are making all this money. They looking down on the guy, and they like, how could I see myself? And then or they shame of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you with him? Like, can't you get that guy up there? But that's what they don't understand. The guy up there don't want them. The guy up there will get a girl on fries and build her up to something else. Make her, because it's the mentality. I feel like it'll be, I've always said this, you could get a girl on fries and make her more. You can get a guy on fries and that's probably where he gonna be. Unless he has bigger, better ambitions and aspirations to be more than what he is. And that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe they take that help me line into consideration when they're trying to build their men up.
But see, this is the thing. We be helping in the wrong way. That's the part. Like, we be thinking, we swear our help is a certain help. Our help is to get out of their way. That's number one. That's the best help. The best help is when he asks for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing. Guys
they listen to us half the time.
No, they don't. Because there's sometimes that Tim be talking to me and I'm listening and I'm like, he don't want my advice right now. He wants a sounding board. You know what I'm saying? He wants something that's he gonna be able to bounce. He needs to hear his own thoughts out loud without talking to himself, sounding crazy. So I'm there, but I'm not really there to insert her. Well, if I was you, he don't care. Like,
I notice I say that to Soretta a lot.
What?
I be like, my bad. If I'm talking, I'm just talking.
That's a thing.
I be like, I'm just talking. She's like, no, you good. But I be like, I be getting so deep sometime that like,
like
I don't know if you're really listening or if you're not, but I really don't care.
Honestly,
I gotta get this out. I gotta talk about this right now. And you're gonna collect some of it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I just stopped listening after a while because it just be
her brain don't work that fast.
No way, but because this and this and this and this and then because if they do this, I don't. Okay, sounds good. You got it.
you can do it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
No,
Because-
it's definitely possible. Yeah.
And you done heard the
But
same
that's
story
still-
for 10 days.
And 10 times. Like, but that's still the funniest thing is that is a big part of the help is just getting out the way, listening when they need you to listen, when they actually do need your help and they ask for it, being there to be that help. Like, you know, most men don't really ask women for a lot of stuff. So when they do, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now it's my time to like put your jersey on. Like, big man, I'm gonna get on the field. Like, you know, the person that don't get no play time. Finally, the coach is like, you.
Yeah, right. You're the last one getting picked for kickball.
You start looking around, it's getting smaller and smaller. You like, dang.
I remember that. Why did the teachers do that?
I
Like,
know. Give somebody.
just separate the team yourself, teacher. Like, you gotta make people feel like that. You know I'm gonna get picked last every time. Like, all right, Josh and Kim are gonna be the captains. You be like,
No. And God forbid, like they don't like you, like or like you the new person in school, which
yeah,
you always
which we was
was.
always a new person in school.
We was always a new person in
Oh,
school. That was so sad, yo. Like I just knew I was gonna get picked last. Like y'all don't even know me, so
Yeah, right.
like, y'all don't even know my name. Yeah, so
That's so sad. Oh my God.
but no, for real. So that's another thing. So you know, just being the help that they actually really need, like
Did you know that helped?
Which is not much.
which is not much.
And that's actually sad, but it's not much. I think
For
about
me,
it, I
I'm
don't
gonna
get
be
asked for
candid.
much help.
I don't get asked for much help at all.
Yo, I'm gonna be candid. The help I need is laundry.
Yeah.
You keep saying laundry. You got a lot of clothes to wash, don't you?
People, or he
I
just
think
don't
I
like
probably
doing it. He
do.
despise doing it, probably.
I want my laundry done. I want to be cooked for.
Like acts of service.
Yeah, like because that's how I know you thinking about me. Like
Okay.
I don't want to hear I love you.
Okay, that's different. We like
I don't want to
that.
hear that all the time.
Okay.
Love you. Like how I know that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how do I know that? And like I said, all of these services I would have to pay for.
Okay.
So I'm super grateful that you're doing it. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
why I
I'm
stop
willing to
saying
pay the bulk of the bills because
Okay.
you're doing this for me.
Yeah.
Because I would have to pay for this if you wasn't here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would be eating out all the time. I
Yep.
would be dropping off laundry all the time.
And your
I
house
would-
wouldn't be
I
warm.
would,
And it
I would have to get a maid because I'm not cleaning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I straighten
Definitely.
up.
I'm sure she made the house more homely.
Right.
warm
Like
and
she
cozy.
decorated it,
Yeah.
you know, like
I decorated.
I straighten up, but I don't clean. There's a
Yeah.
difference. Like,
No,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, she clean. Like, I'm not doing all that. So, like, that's the help I need. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what men and women need to do is be honest about what they need.
What they really need,
like,
right?
what do you want out of this relationship?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and if
Right.
you can do it, and if you can't do it, be honest. Like, nah, I don't feel like doing that. Like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got my own full-time job. I'm not doing that for you. And then now you give me my chance to be like, all right, well, like,
Right. Just be honest, though.
Right.
That's the thing.
But a lot of women, they want to get married so bad.
oh
They
yeah,
want
sex
to-
too. I forgot about sex.
Oh,
We got to
need
do that
some
often.
bondage.
You know what I mean? Not every single day, but often enough.
Some
You know what I mean?
fun.
You need some bondage.
Those little Bungingtons, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, and I tell you, that's what most men want.
He said agree. Who's that? Agree. Oh, oh, okay. I can't see, Yanni.
You need glasses and you can't.
Oh yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Who is that?
Ebony Pitts. Okay.
For real, man.
Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, up there.
I know. I forgot it was
Like-
up there too.
I love going home and Harlem learned something new.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she taught him it. Like,
Mhm.
that just warms my heart. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, I come home and he know how to like spell certain stuff or write his letters different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. Like, that's the shit that bless my heart. Like that's what made me love being home or want to go back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
that's good though,
it.
because it's little stuff that you could appreciate.
yeah.
And not take advantage of like most people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, for real. For real.
Because some people would not even think to say nothing like that. They think you're supposed to do
Or
it.
they're just not appreciative of it, and you
Yeah.
feel like they're not appreciative of it. Like you're, especially as women too, like you working so hard to be like what you feel you need to be, and the guy just act like he could pay somebody to do what you do.
But
And
then you're
then
taking
it's
money
like-
out your pocket now. If you
Right,
decide to
but
do
then
that, like
you've
you
been
said.
reduced to a bill.
Yeah.
That's
You've
what
been
I'm saying.
reduced to a check, you know, and it's
Yeah, I don't like that.
no, I'm up here raising your kid in the image of you and what you want them to be. You know, you're being encouraging, supportive, affirming, and then the guy just like, and I think that's what a lot of women are afraid of. I think a lot of women are afraid of putting themselves in that position because they feel like the guy would walk all over them if they were in that position. So it causes them to be like, I would never, because guys have a tendency. But see,
It's trauma, though.
yeah, but here's the thing: what women don't realize, we say stuff because it's something we would do. We don't really realize that guys, they don't OD about that type of power because most of them have it or have had it anyway. I don't feel like most guys look at it like, yeah, I'm gonna get her in here, I'm gonna have her not work, and I'm gonna run all over her. Like, I don't think any guy that got any good sense that's not crazy would do that. But I think a woman, when she's in that position, when she gets emotional, she'll be like, oh, well, you can get your broke ass out of here then. Like, oh, sleep on the couch tonight. Like, you know, I've never done that a day in my life, is have somebody go sleep outside of their bed. I think that's crazy. Like it actually who gave you the right?
Right? They saying like there's a patriarchy out here and men rule and there's a gender gap and all of that.
There's a B in here.
But at the end of the day, 99% of men are getting up, working hard.
Oh no.
It is a B.
That's a B.
Oh no.
But anyway, they're getting up.
How you getting here?
I don't know, because it wasn't in here.
I get it.
Yeah, there's a guy in the room. Let him get it. Tiff gonna run outside.
I was gonna open the door.
It's mad quick. Oh! Oh! Step on it. Get it. Yeah. Oh, period. See? It was stuck on the bottom of your shoe. That bee was big. See, that's why you need guys in the room, because I wasn't about to get up for a split second. So that
anyway, yeah, so like most guys aren't getting up saying, like you said, yeah, I'm gonna run this bitch to the ground.
Yeah, watch when she get in here. I'm gonna make her quit everything.
Cinderella style.
She's gonna be in the house barefoot and can't say a word.
Most men get up and be working in the coal fields and working on the train and working where they work, working in the jails, working in these hard labor jobs. They're not thinking in their head, let me work this hard labor job so I could run this bitch. Like, nah, what motivates us to get up and go to work is y'all. You know what I'm saying? It is you and the kids.
Yeah.
It's not to control you. It's because we love you. So that's why we work hard.
Yeah.
Actually, a woman and children make life worth living.
Yeah.
And most men figure that out like
there go you
later.
Good evening, Phil. Hey, Soretta.
Hey, Soretta.
What up, Soretta, baby?
The thing is,
dang, the thing is dead.
What?
Dang, dong, the thing is dead.
Who posted that? It say Facebook user.
Yeah, I told you I can't see unless they're on YouTube. Wow. I can't see their name. I gotta actually go in the Facebook.
But yeah, but most men, they work hard for y'all, not to control y'all. You know
yeah.
And there's a fear out here. Like, let me.
But also a society, because if you hear music, if you put on Neo, like Miss Independent, that's why I love her, or like just different rap stuff is.
Some women be like, some men love independent women. No. Some men love to smash independent women.
Yeah. And some men love to live off independent women.
Yeah. So
again, like, who are you really playing when you like? I told you it'd be the main ones that got the good jobs and be like, all these men is terrible out here. All they want is take. But that's because you keep talking about how much money you make. If you don't listen here, ladies, this is a secret. If you don't lead or talk about how much money you make, they don't even know and they don't care. they won't ever ask you about your money because you never brought it up in the first place. Like, you never supposed to be like, oh, I make almost a good, like, you know, I'm in like the high 6 figures. Ding, ding, ding. Here he go. He about to get his rap career up. He's about to get a car in your name.
Well,
you got
no,
good
that's
credit.
sad though. I don't think they do it because they really are trying to sell themselves. I think when they do that.
Yeah, but they found the right sponsor to do it. It's no different than having an investor, a sponsor with anybody else. It don't mean he want to be with you or he want to love you. It means I need a co-signer.
I can honestly say there's been some women I've dealt with.
It's giving desperate.
That's a fly.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's some women I've dealt with just because I was in a bad situation and they had what I needed.
Right, like a house,
an apartment, a car to drive, money to invest in my drug habit and drug sales. Like, there's some women I have done that to.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying.
I would never have married. Like, ever. Like,
no, but that's the truth though. Like, most guys don't want.
That was me.
You gotta catch.
Oh, Mia.
Mika.
Oh, okay.
Mika from the DVDS.
You gotta catch a man at the right phase of life.
I be feeling like that.
You gotta catch him at the right phase. I be telling Soretta all the time. If you met me when I was 25, you would have hated me. Like
25, how I felt when I met
like when I was 25, that's when I became like independent of everything. Parents, church.
Yo, that's true.
Like,
that's the time I did
what I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it. And you had to be down with me doing whatever I wanted to do, whenever I wanted to do it. If you wasn't, like,
you had to go or you ain't care.
I didn't care if you left, if you stayed, like.
Oh my God, sounds like my life. Well, my life with Tim, because that's what happened with him. You know, he kind of got his free of everything, and then once he got to that, it was like, yeah, you either on board or you ain't. So, and then I did hate him. So you're right. Yeah. We got it together though. No, he knew because we've talked about these things. Like we're honest about those things. Like he knew how I felt, but that's crazy. That is really true. That it depends on the phase of life. That's why I be telling women before if they under 40, unless they was raised in a good household with good morale and good structure and good principles, throw them in the trash. Because they probably are just, they haven't formed even, I feel like, who they are 100% yet. To be able to bring somebody else on to what they're doing. Like, I'm still figuring this thing out. Once you realize, have you realized that once you get older, you realize how much you don't know? Like, like as you get older, you like, wow, I thought I knew so much at 27.
You have less answers and way more questions.
Right. Like I was like, oh, I knew so much at 28. And now that I'm 43, I'm like, wow, I really didn't have a clue. I'm so much more evolved, so much more grown.
I feel like every man has to go through a phase where he smashes as many women as he can.
Oh my God.
And in a short period of time.
Jesus. It just sounds like it's giving syphilis.
Well, strap up, fellas.
It's giving bad eyes.
But like, that's what we have to do. We have to go out and be a hoe. We have a hoe phase. And then once you get over the whole phase.
That's not a whole phase. That's a stallion phase.
That's correct.
All through school, all through high school, all through these rap videos, all through these movies, it makes it look fulfilling to have many, many women. And then once you have 4 to 5 women on a little rotation, it sucks. Like,
you got them on the team, some on the bench, some in the
you
game.
realize it sucks. Like, none of them are ever happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got 5 of them, but they are all mad at all times. Like, you've been at this other bitch house, huh? Come on in. Like, they're not.
And then, we got the main thing. You be like, oh, you look a little short. Oh, why? Because where you was at, when she was tall, like,
yeah, right.
You automatically attribute it to
just whatever. Like, but you have to get over that phase and realize that, like, life ain't about that. You got to get over that.
Yeah.
That's why most, like, you see a lot of white men, they get married early, then they around their 40s and 50s, get divorced, get a Corvette, get a young woman, and then like have a heart attack.
What? That went
for real.
morbid, mad quick.
No, for real. That's what happens with them because they go through midlife crisis. That's what midlife crisis is.
What is it?
It's where you struggle for meaning anymore.
Mm.
It's like you got your wife, you got your kids, you got your job, but it's not fulfilling.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then because they didn't go through the phase of being a hoe. So they always in the back of their mind feel like there's something better out there than her.
Yeah.
There's something better out there than her.
Oh, right.
My wife, my old
ball and chain,
my old ball and chain. But actuality, you if you went through that whole phase, you realize this woman is dope. Like she's putting up with me. She's like, because like to put up with me is crazy.
We know? Right.
It's ridiculous. Like,
because
I don't even know me.
I
really don't. I don't know me. I'm just getting.
How long you been around you that you don't know you?
I don't know me. I don't know me. Like some days I get up and I just be like agitated for no reason at all.
Oh my God.
I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk to you. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Oh my God. Poor Soretta, like.
No, not like in that way.
Now think of America calling you.
Right. I'm like,
I'm banging on them.
And first of all, I paid my credit card bill today. Like,
yeah, what they want?
I know,
they probably ain't go through yet.
It's crazy. Just be calling my phone like you got access like that. Don't come on.
Yeah, and my
that don't
thing
mean
is
like in a super mean way. I just mean like
you just don't.
I'm still figuring it out. Like I'm still figuring life out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got it in the least bit. Like I don't have it all together.
Right. I feel like we all kind of like that. We just trying to figure it all out day to day.
I'm just trying to figure it all out, man.
It's like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I have a heart for like relationships now, and I always did though. It just was sad that my first relationship didn't work out, but I always had this when I was like 19. I always felt like, oh no, I want to help people with relationships. I don't even know why, and I've always felt like I've had really good insight when it came to men's stuff, which is probably why I be getting called like.
That's because you should sleep in my room. Stop it.
Mm-hmm. That is not why.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is why though. Maybe it is because I never even thought about that. But I did used to sleep in there every night, even though I had my own nice big room. But it was just different in there.
So what's your closeout statement for average men and average women?
Okay, so my closeout statement is: men, continue grinding and trying to fulfill your purpose in life. Find God, find Him, find God, and then try to fulfill your purpose in life. And women, find a man who's doing that. Because you average as hell too. Ain't nothing special about you.
What the heck?
Ain't nothing special about you.
Oh my God.
You just like Erica from down the street. You just like Rebecca from around the corner. So,
but then he is too then.
Exactly. I'm just like Charles. I don't know. We just need to realize that like black men and black women need to be together, and we need to produce black families, and we need to produce black kids, and we need to produce good black kids who's gonna grow up and be benefiting society, opposed to these kids who's killing shit out here
and stealing
got guns and shooting people up, and like that's a product of these single mother homes. Like, and I'm trying to at least inspire men and women to be together and to stay together. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's polygamy. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't believe in this, but I do. I myself do not want another wife, but like, if you have a man and he's taking care of you and he's also taking care of another woman, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, I think polygamy was created so that the average Joe has a chance at a woman.
Yeah, because
or else
people
all
say
the
that
alpha men would have
all the women, right?
Because we have had all the women. Like
I said that a lot of guys be like mad at women, but like it was men that created monogamy, because then they would have a shot, because then one woman will be with all, like they did like this study, right? I was like a little kid, like they was at like the playground, and it was like they did like a little a TikTok video, and they was like oh, what's the boy that everybody and the girl, and every girl said one of like two boys' names in the whole school. What's the boy that if you could be with, you would be with? Oh my God, it's Jason and Tyreek. It was like two boys' names they kept saying, with a couple stragglers here and there, but the consensus was the same two boys. So it just showed that the study showed that like if women had a choice, most women would all choose the same men, and then the other guys that were just here would end up dying alone, and they would have nobody, or it had to be arranged. Like, hey, you go over there and be with him. Just, look, he gave me 30 shekels of gold. You got to go marry him. Yeah, like that's what it got to be. So now it's kind of like that. And it is what it is, but I just feel like if that when that be happening, like guys be saying they want that, and
it would be hard to do that.
They don't know how to handle it.
A, everything's expensive. B, you didn't grow up with the mindset of polygamy, so it's hard to deal with. You know how it works and all that other stuff. But like again, polygamy has been happening this whole time because most women have kids by the same
guys. Yeah, it's been happening.
The same guys got the kids out here.
It's just on low.
And that's just how it is. Like you're sharing the man.
You just don't know.
You just share. You just had him at a different time than I did.
In a different space.
In a different space than I did. But we did share him. I got 2 of his kids. I got 3 of his kids. Mm-hmm. You're sharing me.
I'm friend.
You just don't understand that that's what you're doing. So like, what do you feel about polygamy, Tim?
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it? Mm-mm. What would be the hardest part about it?
Would I be able to have 2 husbands, or you mean like?
No, well, a woman is an adulteress if she has 2 husbands.
No, then I couldn't do it. If I was able to do it, maybe, but I couldn't be like just sitting on the side while you're with another person. Mm-mm.
No, y'all would live in the same house.
Right, but on her time and on her day, what am I doing? Like, I'm just by yourself.
What you would be doing anyway the days you don't want to have sex with.
But no, because in my mind would be like, what they doing over there.
But not even, what about just not having sex? What about just companionship?
Right, because why I can't talk on the phone with another guy while you over there in a room with her? It would have to be both ways.
Because that's
if it was both ways, and then on your day when you with her, I could be with my guy.
You could be with Patrick.
Then let's do it. But you're not about to be like,
you want to be with Chauncey while
you go take care of the kids and watch TV while I'm in here smashing with somebody else or having good conversation.
Even good deep conversation too. When
absolutely not.
He would be talking to both of y'all during those times.
No, because he got to choose who to go to sleep with.
Oh my God, I was watching. I was watching It wasn't women.
Yeah, he would have to choose who he slept with.
It was like women. Yeah. It was a woman with 2 husbands. That was the show.
I seen that. I think, and then another husband came through the door, right?
No, this was a show. It's a show on TLC. It's called
It was a black lady, right?
My 2 husbands.
Yeah.
And then she had like a man with dreads, and then another man.
Light skin.
Light skin.
Yeah, that's Carl Stevens and Kenya Casey.
But then somebody else came through the door. She was like, "Oh my God,
David. She was dating David since forever."
So like, yeah, all the guys.
But that's what I'm
saying.
Guys
like holding her hand, not trying to let it go. And
oh my God, I didn't see that.
But the thing is, girls benefit better. Guys don't benefit from you having 3 husbands. It don't seem like they would benefit from.
No. See, the thing about it
is, a guy was saying
a guy benefits from more than one wife because A, he has more black children that are being raised right.
Black kids.
No, he don't care. None of black kids.
There's more black children who are being raised right with fathers in the home, right?
Oh, okay.
So let's say I have 3 baby moms. They all shared me anyway, hypothetically, right? But all our kids will grow up together in the same house with a father.
Mm-hmm. That's cute.
Because fathers produce the best homes. Period.
No, that is true.
But so why go be a single mother when you can actually be accepted and be a wife?
But if so, then she should be able to have conversation and talk to another guy.
No, that's adultery. You a whore.
No, you a whore. That is not right.
Nope. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can't do it.
I wouldn't be able to. First of all,
because like the Bible says,
first of all, I'm too
all
jealous
things are lawful, but not all things are advantageous.
And I'm a jealous person, so that's number one.
Yeah, you got to know who you're
and
with.
Then and how you are. I wouldn't be able to do it at all.
Honestly, I just feel like at this
and we grew up in that type of society, though.
Yeah, I feel like when you don't have small kids, like if that's not even a factor, like damn that, because
that's all. Like, wait, what's all?
Jacob the Jew. I don't know who that is.
Jacob the Jew, he one of my boys.
Oh, okay. If I don't know.
With the girls having another guy.
What he said?
He said that's off.
He said that's off. Yeah, that's off. That's off. That's off. We know it. That's off.
But all I'm saying is if I don't got no little kids, damn that. Because at days end, I would be I probably would just like be okay. Like women would.
So you would be okay with it?
No, I would not, because I tried it and that didn't work.
No, I'm saying
it lasted terribly, and then
I'm saying in a different society, because a lot of women don't want their man smothering them all the time anyway. Like it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. It's what are you thinking while he's with the other?
That's what I said. It's more of a mental thing, because I'd be pretty happy when people do his two doubles, then I get to relax.
When the Bible says,
I have to hear him talking so much.
I mean, the Bible says,
I have to hear him talking so much.
And then the Bible says a jealous woman who's worried about another woman that's evil.
It's a mental thing, huh?
Like that's evil. Like a jealous woman that's thinking about another woman for her man, like that's evil. So
what did I mean now?
You evil, evil. Oh man, yo, but that's so funny. That Eddie Murphy. He tapped into that though back in the day. That's
you're like, because if it wasn't no such thing as a
sunny day.
It was a sunny day.
You're like Vampire in Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight. I promise you. I'm watching it. Evil is good. And then everybody starts singing evil is good.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Don't be mad at the rain. Don't be mad at the rain. Because if every day's a sunny day, it was a sunny day.
So all in all, you out with polygamy. Out.
It's
hard.
What about for others? Not for you, but just for others.
If it worked for them, I guess.
For me,
no.
If it worked for them, then I guess.
I've seen it work for people. That couple on Facebook, it worked for them.
Yeah, but you also gotta know. Listen. You also, it's exactly what he said. Though you gotta know the backstory, because that couple, he's more aligned to that other one. You could tell.
No. I could tell. I don't think it. Here's the thing. It probably works, but then it doesn't work because he's always. I feel like he's kind of attracted. That guy is attracted to the younger one. Yeah,
the other one. But it happened. What Yodi said though. He had a kid. He got married young. And then he had like some kids with that one, and she would never really move on, and she would never really be with nobody else. And then when she did, it didn't never work out. And he was already in love with her, so then he just told her, like basically, I'm gonna be with her. I mean, you could join if you want, and I'll take care of you, and I'll love you too. Yeah, he still loved her. It wasn't like he fell out of love with her. But you can totally tell by pictures, by the post.
The guy with the beard.
Yeah, you can totally tell which wife he's aligned to.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. That's the hurtful part, because the other one just always be looking like.
Right, that's sad.
That her smile is sad.
Why your face look like grandma's when you did?
Because
the thing is, she knows he's more.
It is sad. She's just like there because she ain't got no other man anyway.
Because she can't get no other man.
And
because you're not supposed to have another man, right?
Because you're not supposed to have one, according to y'all. She's an adulteress. She's a whore.
I'd be adulterous because I'd be on the next
date smoking. No, but no, it's that. And then with Kenya, with her two husbands, she's not aligned to Rakim Sekou anymore. She's more with the other guy. The one with the dreads is her first husband. They've been married for 26 years, but she's not in love with him. They have businesses together. They got kids together. And once in a while, they hang out. But she sleeps in the bed with the second one every night. So, like, that's, like, it's kind of like, and that husband, that guy, he's married or a ceremony with a whole nother woman that he stayed with. So I'm like, it's saying it's working, but it's giving, it's not.
Yeah,
it's giving. I mean,
that's why I said I don't really judge. I'm not gonna judge if you should do it or not. If it works for you, then go right ahead. I don't think that it will work. I think the person is always going to be attracted, more aligned with one person more than the other. Yeah. And for me, it's a no. So.
For me, it's a
yeah. So
yeah, man, funny. Plus, like, the girls themselves got to get along, like, and that's just
the thing anyway.
Because girls don't even like I don't even be liking girls because y'all be wild. That's another thing. And embarrassing me. Like, stop talking like that. Stop saying certain stuff. I remember when Tank was talking about when he woke up with Moniece, and he said he woke up. He was like, yeah, sex was good. It was good.
Not for what?
He was like, it was good, and he said, but then he woke up early in the morning and she was on the phone like because and no, and this bitch. He said he looked over and was like, ugh, like, so they was like, you ain't smashing the morning. He said, hell no. Like, it was such a turn off to him what she was talking about with her friend on the phone. Like, she was just cackling, gossiping, being
it's not for everybody.
We don't understand that, but that is ugly.
Yeah, but we don't even know that it's ugly because it's kind of like just something we just be doing. We be like, because like
let me tell you.
When guys make our voices up and when guys mock us, it's so sad how they mock us because they really be mocking how we be acting. Like how you just said, why we gotta, the Uber is right here. What you mean? Like, that's how every guy makes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you an LLC. You're gonna check your savings. We're gonna get you an LLC.
Oh, it tells the time. Okay,
we gonna.
I thought it was over 2 hours.
No, it tells the time. No, good.
It's been about 2 hours.
It's at 1:44.
Hey.
You're saying wow.
All right, y'all.
Who's that that's saying wow?
I don't know because Facebook doesn't tell the names. Maybe it's Mika, or maybe it's, I don't know who's up there.
Your closing statement was not a statement. It turned into a
whole nother conversation.
Thing.
Hey, Mika.
Oh wow! For what the?
I know because it's delayed. One of them is delayed, so to say, wow after the point. But I don't know. I think my closing statement is just like, we just all need to get it together if we can. Like, if we can get it together, if we can all hold ourselves
Go back to your baby father.
If
you can make it work, go back to him.
But what if he don't want you?
What if he beat her upside her head?
That's like 1%, 2%. My woman always say that. What if he be
I know. Tiff is she's an extremist because like
this
that
is not the color purple.
Like right, like this.
He could have.
You told Hoppo to beat me. Like no. So I do. Everybody can't go back to their baby father because he found better. So
that's crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Go back to your baby father. If you can't, then don't. But
why would you say that though? Why would you?
Because like
that? So that the kids can be raised in a house
with intact family.
No, I just want them to know. I know what.
So that it can be an intact family again. Because a lot of people just can't get over their ego, and that's the reason why they split up in the first place.
What if let's say this, like, right? Let's say
like the man cheated on you, and that's why you left him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But now he's 10 years older,
right?
More mature, got his things together, and won't cheat on you.
Right.
Go back, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like that would have been me because I felt like, when I had left him, I would be mad if he was this guy and I was just gone. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
I said that's how I feel about like me and Tim. Like I feel like I would be upset if I had left. Remember that, but I decided like to give us another shot. Like
He gonna cheat again.
He decided that
Somebody said he gonna cheat again.
Your boy said he
They
gonna
gonna
cheat
cheat
again.
Hey, wait.
dang. Thanks for the intel, Jacob.
So now we know what Jacob would do. Like,
Right. Jacob said, I'm still getting the buns. Right. But I just want
I'm
to
still
mad
peeling
and be
apart that
involved, and I just-
fake booty. Like,
Ew.
sound like tape. Sound like Velcro when you split it apart.
That's so nasty. Oh my God. Yo, something's wrong with you. But what about this? What if the guy can't
Control this.
can't stomach the baby mother?
Yeah, you telling her to
Are
go
you
back
telling
to
her to
him.
go back to him? What if he like, ugh?
Mm-hmm.
If she was a better person,
Who said that she's a better person? Most women don't just become better people.
That's right. That's true. They go to school. They break up with somebody and go to school so they can like feel better than him. I'm telling you, that's what they do.
No,
Like,
they don't do.
when women break up with people, they go.
They
back
don't
to
work on
school.
themselves.
Yeah, they go back. They are working
They
on
call
themselves
it
in
working
their
on
minds.
themselves, but they go apply at
Goodwin.
Goodwin College. or Arizona, what's that? Arizona College online. They get their little online degree, and then they go get an optometrist assistant. Now they better than you.
Oh my God!
And they $45,000 with $30,000 worth of debt.
This is why people said they gotta pray for us because he be saying anything.
That's what we have in it.
Oh my
What,
God!
you see, black women aren't the most. See, they're the most enrolled. They're not the most graduated. So think of that.
So they go to school.
So
and
when you break up with them, they go to school and never finish.
Yo, that's not true. Some of them, a lot of
No,
them
most of them
telling you, most
finish
of them
school.
don't
Well,
finish.
now they do because they made it so easy for people to pass now.
Then I'm about to go to
Back
school.
then, you could not pass without a certain grade. But now,
Well, like
everybody
what
can
you
be
did, that's a real thing. Like a lot of people go
no,
to college.
now, but right now,
and get,
if you
like,
do that,
oh,
anybody
wow,
can do it.
easy. Like, for instance, like what I do, I need a degree for it,
Mm-hmm.
but they took my experience instead.
Mm.
But I would have wasted my time getting a degree to do what I do.
Right.
Most women get a
most of them say
communications
that.
degree,
Mm-hmm.
they get a sociology degree, they get a psychology degree, they get so the degree doesn't amount to anything like tangible that you can have that's better than what you would have had anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So now you just accumulated all this debt. You get married, now this man has
Well,
all
I
your
ain't
debt.
getting your debt off. That's true. That's crazy.
But yeah. All right, we gotta end this at some point.
Yeah, because you gotta go home. Like, we done with you.
Mm.
It's 8 o'clock. I gotta get in the house. Like, I'm about to. I ain't supposed to be outside. Oh, I got it. Oh, this
Get back to Soretta.
yeah. She said I'm hopping off here, so he knows that he needs to hurry up and get back
Right,
in the
like-
house. Like, I'm doing say hey and bye. Like, all right, y'all. Well, we thank you guys so
Thanks for coming.
much for watching Sipping with Siblings. A night on the couch.
God bless.
Bye. Love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
That's bad funny.